Welcome back to the program on the air Monday to Friday, noon to 2, Hockey Central. Joined now by our producer, Matt Marchese, who, as the feature headlines, has questions.
Yes, and I just wanted to applaud you guys for the job that you've done today. Not easy topic to discuss, but I applaud you guys for the work that you've done. Now, on to my segment. My family loves it, by the way.
Is that right?
No.
Audience of?
Yeah, 2.
You got, wait, I didn't get to comment on your attire today.
How am I looking today?
Shirt's not bad, but you got the David Byrne from Talking Heads jacket on tonight. So I'm not sure.
A little too big?
Yeah, a little too gray. Pee Wee Herman gray. I don't like it.
I don't think it's too big. It might be a little too
I
small.
like that you
if
double-checked my jacket to make sure it wasn't the same gray. We're good? Too gray.
Sorry, Matty. Go on.
I'm used to it. Bruins Habs tonight. It was once the rivalry in hockey. Which one is the best now?
I think when San Jose and Vegas were,
That's the one.
That they
That's
kind
the
of
one.
became it very quickly. And it's really cool to be a new team in the league and to grab onto someone and hate them immediately. That's important. So that to me makes them real fans.
I'm hoping Dallas Dallas and Colorado get it back on, but yeah, Vegas, San Jose. What do you think, Stewie?
I think Leafs Boston, because Boston's been living rent-free in the Leafs head, the Leafs fans' head, the Leafs nation in their head. So I think that's one of the big rivalries
Isn't
today.
that, though, just a one-way rivalry? It's like Toronto-Ottawa.
Someone made the joke about it's like the Washington Generals thinking they have a rivalry with the Globetrotters. It's like
It's not that bad.
The Islanders' point streak ends at 17 games. They lost for the first time in regulation since October 11th. Is there a bit of a worry about a letdown after such a lengthy streak?
I don't know. Do you think there's a sense of relief a little bit? Like, you're fighting for this streak every night, and it's like, okay, well, now we can just go back to playing hockey and kind of relax on that. I don't know. I guess there's the potential there. But really, if you look at how the Islanders have played the last few games, it hasn't been great. They've been sneaking by, winning in OT, kind of one-goal wins. So they've been not great for a while. This is due to happen. If there's any letdown, it'll probably be getting more of the results they deserved.
I think they're getting good defense, good team defense, good goaltending. So that coupled with some timely scoring, I think it's just a matter of time before they start a new streak.
I don't want to say that it's going to crumble.
You're not an Isles guy this year, are you?
What's that? I don't know, man. I've been proven wrong by the Islanders plenty of times, so maybe I should just stop.
Nah, keep it going.
I don't think I don't think they're as bad as the underlying numbers say, to your point, Justin.
Mm-hmm.
But I also don't think that they're as good as that streak just showed. Probably somewhere in between.
Isn't that the line? You're never as good as your best, and you're not always as bad as your worst.
The other one is, too, you're going into a skid when you win games that you should lose, and you're coming out of one when you lose games that you should win.
Everything levels off in the end. Should Eric Chernak be suspended for his elbow on Rasmus Dahlin? I think no.
Really, eh?
Why? That was Lex Luger steel elbow right to the face. That's 2 games right there. So I don't know if that's the parent to me, the coach in me now, but that's a top player in the league to be getting an elbow in the face to people's elbow. You got to give him some games.
What was worse, that elbow or your elbow on Aaron Boros?
My elbow was worse. That's actually, you can YouTube it. It was a bad elbow.
It's because you look at the play, too, and it looks as if he's trying to, because I have a hard time believing that he's going after Dahlin's head specifically on that play. It looks, Dahlin is cutting in, and it looks like he's got his arms up and his elbow up, so maybe I'm making no sense now, but I can see him just wanting to push Dahlin off the puck.
That's what I saw, too.
It almost looks more accidental, but at the same time, control of your limbs, control of your body, control of your elbow.
Well, and that's it. I don't know that intent is overly malicious there, but it doesn't matter. At some point, you brain a guy with your elbow. You got to sit down for a while. So, give him one.
Robin Lehner is a pretty good NHL goaltender, as we've seen. This season, his numbers are excellent. A .238 goals against, a .938 save percentage. Explain how he has lost 22 of 30 career shootouts and has allowed goals on 47.8% of his shots.
First off, that's atrocious.
It's funny, too, because he said, I don't know what it is. I'm good on breakaways, but I can't stop penalty shots or shootouts.
Yeah.
He was very open and honest.
He was.
It was actually very refreshing to hear him talk about that.
Yeah, I think he mentioned in the, Lehner was saying that the way the play, his strengths are best suited to the play, which means he reads the play well, he blocks well, he gets up against screens and tips, like he does things within the context of hockey. But his weaknesses are exposed by the shootout. And even breakaways within the game, there's back pressure on the player. They can't dilly-dally and take their time.
Yeah.
And he's better when things move that game speed. I get it. It was great that he was just like, I suck at this.
Could be the pressure of being in the moment. When you're isolated with all those eyes watching you and it's you versus the shooter, you know, sometimes I've been in instances where I scored and they're like, hey, how did that go in? I'm like, I don't know. I don't even remember doing it because you're just in that moment. And sometimes, instinct just takes over. So for him, it could be the wrong instincts.
It's the other way around, too. I mean, there are players, Jaromir Jagr comes to mind right away, who was always like, oh, I'm bad at these
Gretzky.
things. Wayne Gretzky, right?
He wasn't even allowed to shoot in one.
No, and involved them. The problem was they're the best shooter, Joe Sakic.
So why not do what the Russians do? And sometimes they switch the goalie for the shootout.
Well, they actually
They've done
asked
that-
Robin
done that
Lehner. They
before.
asked him,
Oh, really?
would
Yeah.
you be okay with Corey Crawford coming in? He was basically like, he sounded like he didn't want it to happen, but he's like, look, I'm here to win. So if that's what we got to do,
We hear about shootout specialists as far as shooters go. How about
Yeah. Here comes Julie the Cat for the Blackhawks.
Or what if you put two players in net, right? Pull the goalie for an extra attacker.
well, you know what?
We fixed it.
The great
Roger
Problem
Nielsen.
Roger Nielsen. You remember who the defenseman was when he played with the Peterborough Petes? So Roger Nielsen, they had to change the rule because of this. So he's coaching the Peterborough Petes in the early 70s. Ron Stackhouse was a defenseman, later went on to play with the Pittsburgh Penguins, amongst other teams. Ron Stackhouse would be in net for penalty shots. And because they pulled the goalie and put Ron Stackhouse in there. The player would grab the puck at center ice, and when he hit the blue line, Stackhouse would come charging out as a defenseman, touch the puck, play is over.
That's
Really?
not real.
Ron, no, they
is
had to change the
100%.
rule. Roger Nielsen, the late great, when he coached the Peterborough
They should have
Petes.
let that rule continue because that's a terrible idea. But I guess it worked.
One year he went 7-0. How do you argue with it?
That's funny.
Either Stackhouse is just great at that one particular skill, or Roger was onto something.
So the guy's got to start in the crease?
Bingo.
Do you think you just send like Chara to take a slapper at the guy and be like, all right, man, if that's what you want to do.
Born,
You
you're a
wanna go in
numbers
there.
guy. You can't even argue with those kind of numbers. 7-0, you can't.
7-0, but Ron Stackhouse, the legend.
There's tons of Roger Nielsen stuff that's out there, like sending out an extra guy when you're down 5-on-3, because the logic is, well, I can't lose another guy to the box,
Would
so
do that,
let me
yeah.
just throw him out there.
And then just face off after face off in the dying moments of protecting a lead. Roger was like
Brilliant.
one of the most innovative guys the game's ever seen.